Hi, John Calcio. We're broadcasting live for Sun News today in Ventura County, and we're here for a controlled burn for the Ventura County Fire Department. What we have are the training recruits who have become new firefighters who are about 6 months out of the academy, going through their first burn, their first controlled burn in Ventura County. And behind me is about 30 firefighters, young firefighters, who are going into a burning building, and they're going through their training, going through their steps and what they need to do to put this fire out and to be safe. Do I understand correctly that these guys are still on a probation period right now?
That's correct, yeah. They've been, our academy is about 18 weeks, and it's just like a boot camp. We teach them everything that we want them to know about fighting fire and going on medical emergencies and dealing with earthquakes and mudslides and El Niños. And so then they go into the field for about a year. They're on probation, and we actually give them on-the-job training on the fire engine while they're working. Our goal is to get them in there and actually teach them a variety of things. One of the things that we talk about is the fire behavior that they see inside of a structure fire. And then we also talk to them about different techniques for actually applying water to the fire in the structure fire. And then they're able to be in an environment that's a little bit controlled, where it's smoky and it's hot, and it's going to be real similar to what it's like if they go on somebody's house that's on fire or building that's on fire here in the county. So as an academy, we send them through this environment, usually one per academy, and it just really depends on when a structure becomes available to us to be able to provide this kind of training to our firefighters. One of the most important things is to make sure our guys are hydrated and are able to cool off a little bit. And so we actually have a work-rest ratio that we work with them too to make sure that they're safe. Their safety is a priority. It's paramount for us. But we also want them to get this training. And one of the things that it's inherent in our business is we're in smoky, hot situations where, we're bound up by our safety clothing and we're sweating. But it's one of the things that we kind of condition our firefighters to be around that kind of environment.
You had a chance to speak to firefighter Gilbert Ramirez about what it's like to be a new firefighter and what it's like to go inside this burning building. Tell me, Gilbert, a little bit about what goes through your mind when you enter the building. It must be an adrenaline rush. I know your training kicks in. And what are you thinking today? It's your first time going through.
It is an adrenaline rush, but going back to basics, we've gone over this thousands of times during training. So in my mind, what's going on is just making sure that everything that we've trained to do is being done. So making sure all our gear is on correctly, making sure you're checking your partner, and everything is going correctly before you enter. And then when we go in, again, just making sure that we're doing all the stuff that we were trained to do.
I saw some pretty wide-eyed young firefighters going into this building, but their adrenaline must be going. They have trained before, but this is their first controlled burn, so they must be, and they work as a team, of course. They're watching out for each other, too.
Yeah, even our older firefighters are wide-eyed. It's something that we don't take fire for granted. It's a beast upon itself, and so we're really cautious, and we're trying to take in everything that's around us and be cognizant of our surroundings.